So this is what you got to do. All right, this is what you got to do. You got to make the song. We a little 2 minute, 1 minute and a half, 2 minute song, right? And then since you have, I mean, you already in the loop with the youth. You know what I'm saying? The next step is after you make the catchy song, you get you like a couple of youngsters to go out there and make a little, you know, TikTok, IG, real type dance to it, and let their homies do the same thing. And so now you look up and you got a little Southside H-Town trend where they doing a little dance to your song. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, some other people gonna see that shit and be like, oh, hold on, my dance can be better. And then they do a dance to your song, and then boom, you done blew up. You done went viral off of Young James Boogie, Not a Rookie, 2 minute song.
You know, maybe. It's a lot of ifs in there, bro.
Well, why did you just put your glasses on? You didn't need your glasses on at first. When you put the shades on, does it make you another person, another personality? Does it give you another superpower?
I mean, the glasses are so, you know, it's a device. You know, sometimes I like to have the glasses on. Sometimes I want to scan the room without my eyes darting around, people seeing it. You know what I mean? Because I'm an observer of all things at all times.
But you're in a controlled environment, though.
Yeah, but I also get inspiration from like it's a camera stand, a professional style camera stand sitting maybe 10 feet from me, right? And so looking at it, I see all the mechanisms that go into it. And just looking at it at a glance, like you can't see I'm looking at it right now, but I am. And it sparks. I'm like, oh man, what's the intricacies of this and how is that, you know, it might open me up, you know. And also I timestamp my days and my nights by what I see as I'm talking. So I'm like, oh, there was this thing sitting right there in front of me when I said this. And so when I go back to remember, I don't have to necessarily remember the conversation. I can also remember the things that were in the room at the time.
And your sunglasses help you do that?
My sunglasses help me to scan the room so that my eyes ain't doing this the whole part like somebody's trying to get me. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's method to a madness, man.
I just see ring lights. I'm be honest. I just see a ring light in your glasses. That's all.
And you see it's ring lights everywhere, huh? You see I got ring lights. It's one of them.
I don't see ring lights everywhere. I really just see one ring light. Now I'm not saying there's not more than one ring light, but I can't tell how many ring lights are in your room or your setup from your glasses. I only see one.
That's great. That's great, man. That's
so how many ring lights
you
got, bro?
I ain't got one. Two. I got two.
Oh, okay.
Let me cut one off, see if it changes the view. Let me cut one off.
Did you already cut it off?
No, I just cut it. See, yep, there. Got a little, man, not really.
Not really. I mean, whatever camera you're using, adjust it after you cut it off.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I like it because, see, I think I'm darker right now. I got shades on, so I can't see.
I got the shades on, so I can't see what I'm doing. But
I can't see if it changed. Like, I think it changed. Yeah, I see the light. I'm a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? I can like that.
I always frowned upon, and I've done it before, so I can't. I frown when I was doing it. I would always ask myself, "This is the dumbest thing in the world," because I couldn't see where the fuck I was going anyway. But I never understood why, and I don't know if the youth still do this or young adults, or if it's still cool to do it when you go through the club. You walk through the club with your lokes. First off, do people still wear lokes? That's my first question.
People still wear lokes.
I'm talking about the original lokes. I ain't talking about like Saatchis or nothing like that.
Yeah, people still wear lokes, man.
Like straight up OG lokes.
Yeah. People still wear lokes.
All right, cool. First off. Secondly, the OG lokes, they weren't just sunglasses. If you had to have a 5% tint or limo tint version of sunglasses, those was the lokes.
The lokes are dangerous. They're dangerous
blocked out everything, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They blocked. You couldn't see shit.
in the daytime, the middle of the day, you'd be like, man, I ain't see that right there, man.
Have you ever seen someone driving down the street, just driving in the street in their car with nobody in the car with them, so it ain't no stunting going on? Like it's sunny outside. I need to block the sun. Have you ever seen somebody driving down the street with lokes on?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro, because you can't see.
I mean, I'll say two things. I'm saying you might be a little bit visually impaired.
Oh, 100% I am, so I'm not tripping. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. I know a guy, I see a guy every day that definitely wears lokes.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah, you know this guy.
Is it the same guy I know? Is it like the King?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. I used to, bro, you know how we was. You know what I'm saying? Like, our thing was, we go, you know what I'm saying? At a certain point, if we didn't have the lokes, if the lokes we had got lost or broken, because first off, they were cheap enough where, you know, you could go grab you some. Enough. They were. I don't know how much they are now. Yeah. But at one point, you know, I'm dating myself. At one point, the pre-club fit was you could pull up to the hood gas station to get you a tall tea, pack of Black and Milds with whatever you're gonna roll your dope with, and then your squares and a set of lokes if you needed some. You could do all of that for $20. You know what I'm talking about? If you wanted to get the six, if you was with C-Dre, R.I.P. C-Dre, then you get your 6-pack of Bush as well. Then you at $23. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of RIPs, today is the anniversary death of Alton Ford Jr., man. Alton Ford Jr. from Milby,
U of H. Cancer, right?
Yeah. March 2nd. I mean April 2nd, 2019. So RIP to him as well.
Yeah, but you could get your lokes, and so you know we would that was our thing, bro. If we didn't have no lokes sitting in the car, and that's the other thing, it'd be like 5 pair of lokes sitting in the car.
Yeah, but I wasn't really a low guy though. Well,
see, I'm not a follower. So I'm not a follower. I'm a fly nigga.
I know.
I'm not a follower, but from time to time, if I see my partner with it, I'm like, oh shit, let me rock it too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
lokes is kind of like a bigger, bullier type of guy look. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bigger, bullier type build. You know, I'm more of a sleek, slender type of, you know.
But I mean, like,
shout out to Ron. I seen Ron today for the umpteenth time, but shout out to Ron Wells, man, in Houston Hoops, man.
Ron Wells, Houston Hoops.
Yeah.
But yeah, so walk through the club, bro. When we walked through the club with the lokes, I couldn't see shit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see.
Knocking niggas over.
Yeah, so niggas, I really was bumping into niggas and they thought it was beef, and there wasn't no beef. I couldn't see. Now, I will say, you know, when we would get on stage and rap, it would help out a little bit because some of the bright lights. But
and that's why people who say that people get on camera and put on shades or hiding their eyes, they don't realize how many lights are usually involved in big productions. You know what I'm saying? And it really does. Like even right now, I don't have, you know, studio size, you know, but it does protect my eyes from the light being right in my eyes, and I don't have to squint or, you know.
I will say if you're on like a news broadcast or podcast, I think sunglasses are like overly cool.
Hater.
I might be hating a little bit.
Hater, a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot.
But
not hate.
On the flip side, I don't have the ring light on because I have some brighter lights in the ceiling. But if I did have one of these other lights that I do have on, 100%. I'd be blinding the motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? I'd be like, I'd be like, and then I'd be mad because I have to wear glasses because I can't see. But my glasses, they won't. These motherfuckers won't transition in like inside light. I got to go outside. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that thing. Man, I had some cold ass transitions. Man, I lost in Galveston, bro. I had some clean transitions, man. I lost in Galveston, man. I'm playing in the water, man.
Glasses are. Do you have something that's just like an addiction? and you look at it and you're like, I've wasted several dollars on this. Why am I still doing this? Like, do you have the thing?
Do I have an addiction? I know I do. Maybe hats.
All right. So mine is glasses. So I need glasses. Yeah. I refuse to have LASIK surgery because of Final Destination. So I just won't have the surgery. Plus, I like wearing glasses. Problem is, I am addicted to buying frames. I'm addicted to buying glass frames. I'll probably buy 3 to 4 sets of frames a year. That's a problem.
That's a problem, bro.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
But I tried to be fiscally responsible the other day. I got a slightly adjusted a prescription.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? These last frames, that's a fire ass Rocket's head, by the way. I said, these last frames, appreciate it. I just got, man, these frames are 6 months old at the most. I really like them. I'm going to just go put the new prescription in the glasses, right? So I go and take myself down to LensCrafters.
Yeah.
Get the price. I say, look, I just want to put my new prescription in my glasses. Do you know that it costs me more money to put a new prescription in an old pair of frames that I had than it did to just buy a whole new set of frames? So
I 100% know that because I have one of my parents. That's how I got the transition. She works at I something. I don't want to say the name, but she works at a glasses store, and she gets a lot of the high end glasses, the frames.
That's the second piece. So, I don't buy cheap frames. So the glasses that I took to LensCrafters, I didn't buy them from LensCrafters. I bought them out of some bougie ass, sedity ass boutique in the Galleria. So I was
there. You go.
But I also had my everyday. I got out of LensCrafters and I was like, hey man, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and the price she quoted me for the lenses, I was like, that is hogwash. So I just bought some new frames. So you know,
hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This gonna be a short part, man. We had a guest that was supposed to be on. I'm still trying to communicate with them. Aspiring model. I totally understand. Sometimes, you know, I understand. So this is say I understand. So, but today is there's some things we need to talk about though. Some things we can't talk about. Let's talk about DJ Drama, man. What do you feel about Drama? I know you ain't heard the Drama Project, man, because it
just came out. It just came out, right? Him and Tyler dropped on the same day, right?
Yeah, Tyler was like kind of
it was a deluxe, but it was like about what 6 to 8 songs that weren't on there at first.
I haven't heard the whole thing. When I started putting the songs I wanted to hear, looking at the titles, I was like, I heard all these songs before, so I didn't really get to, you know. Although Tyler is on the Drama as well. So.
Apparently, he's on like track 1, and it's fire as fuck.
He is his track is the title of the album. What's it called? What's it called? Don't tell me. I gotta go look at what's it called, man. This is very, very bad journalism right now. It's called this is
what I do or some shit like that.
I really like that.
Really like that. There you go.
I'm really like that.
I'm really like that. Let me ask you a question.
I'm sorry. It's no,
you go ahead.
Legendary is the name of the song with Tyler.
Time out. Hold on. Time out.
When we pause, we pausing.
Now let's begin the
recording. Stop. Recording in progress.
I ain't your average cat. I slap box with lions. Ever since the 5th grade, kickball with tires. Made a mini fortune.
Does this make the song really go hard when you do this?
Money when it's stove back.
All the time,
hit dog with irons. Boogie
with the bob too.
God. Shit, dog, I'm trying. That's why I robbed the Deacon house. Man, quit your lying. I did it and do it again.
The uglier the face you make, the harder it goes.
Yeah.
Shots podcast. Yes. It is us. It is the 16 Shots Podcast with Young James Boogie.
Young James Boogie, you are crazy.
Tell me how you took it. I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
What's going down?
I like that a lot better. I like that better than tell me what I want to tell you that. I like the Young James Boogie, you are crazy. Better
Young James Boogie, you are crazy.
I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but First off, before we get into, we're gonna go into drama, but how do you feel about Jack Harlow?
I don't like Jack Harlow, Kentucky Fried Chicken head ass white boy.
Why don't you like him?
I just don't like the way he looks. I don't like the fact that he got the Drake cosign. I don't like the fact that he was at the Kentucky Derby and he had people carrying him over the dirt because his shoes were too clean to walk on the Kentucky Derby ground. I don't like nothing about Jack Harlow. I don't think he's good at rap. I think he's an industry plant.
What?
I just think that he is a white boy.
What?
He is a white boy who somewhat raps like Drake. I do not like Jack Harlow. I don't like him flirting with Sweetie, and I don't even like Sweetie, bro. I just don't like the fact that Jack Harlow is flirting with Sweetie. I don't like him.
As you say this, I just want you to know that you could never ever call me a hater of anything ever again.
It's 100% rooted in hate. Because if you want to know the truth about Jack Harlow, I can't even name you one Jack Harlow song outside of what I've heard played on in major rotation, like the major commercial song. Jack Harlow might go hard as fuck. I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like the way he looks, bro.
Jack Harlow is kind of nice, bro. He kind of.
I'm gonna need you to plug that into your apparatus so we can get crystal clear.
But I don't want to get the copyright now. That's why, you know what I'm saying. You told me before we get banned in Russia and Yugoslavia. So
I think now anything out the U.S. is banned in Russia for right now.
No, but Jack Harlow might have won. It's in my opinion, which is just an opinion. Jack Harlow, Sahai, and LaRussell Tyler were the three best tracks. Oh, and then the Jeezy Nipsey track.
I heard it was a Jeezy Nipsey track, and I'm curious to hear how that sounds. What are we? 3 years posthumous? Is that how you say it? Posthumous?
I can't.
I don't know. I'm not that smart. Nipsey Hussle. I'm curious to see how that sounds. So yeah.
Rick Ross and Westside Gunn got one to go too.
I heard Westside really rapping on that too. Let me ask you a question.
He wasn't.
So this DJ Drama, that sounds like hate. This DJ Drama album, it was supposed to be his first solo album, is what I've heard him say while he's been on his interview tour. What does that mean? Because I mean, he's like Envy. He's like anybody who hosts a mixtape, right?
Drama and Cannon.
Cannon.
Yeah. Drama and Cannon, for lack of a better description, Khaled literally took Drama's formula, and instead of just making street hits, Khaled came with all the just radio hits. But as far as going to get an artist, just getting an artist, giving them a track, and putting 12, 15 artists on tracks together with original beats, that's Drama.
Who was in charge of putting together them Violator mixtapes?
Chris Lighty.
So they're doing Chris Lighty shit. So pretty much DJ Drama, DJ Khaled are just producing compilation albums.
But the difference between Lighty and Drama and what you call it is that, and Drama talks about it a little bit in his album right here. I mean, he also talks about it. Drama actually goes out and finds talent, right? Drama went out and got Lil Uzi Vert. Drama went out and he was one of the first people to talk about Jack Harlow. Drama started, dedications. Drama
Lil Wayne
goes out. Yeah, that's Drama.
So let me ask you a question. Are you so when you brought up Lil Uzi Vert, are you telling me that Drama found Lil Uzi Vert and put him on?
Lil Uzi Vert was Drama artist.
No, and that's what I'm asking. So like, So Drama is less of a DJ who makes mixtapes and is pretty much more of like a AR or like a label head who seeks talent and produces a project.
Yeah, that as well. And I think Uzi, I want to say Jack Harlow. It's somebody else I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but it's like 3 big acts that Drama was really, boom. But Drama is he's a DJ though. He's a mixtape DJ, so he. Of course, you know him in the federal case when he got in trouble with the feds for whatever.
Yeah.
But Drama's Khaled, bro. Drama's Khaled. Chris Lighty was more of like he was an A&R who he wasn't getting. He was an A&R who knew Busta Rhymes, L Cool J. He knows acts that's already.
I thought Violator was a management group though. So at one point in time, when you got that Violator compilation, that was a management group / people who are affiliated with my management group, and I got these guys I'm affiliated with, these musicians, and then I have these producers, and so I bring the producers and the artists together, and I just put out a Violator Volume 1, Violator Volume 2.
Yeah.
So I thought that's
but I'm like, So I'm like, for Chris Lighty, it's more like Busta Rhymes is already a solidified act. Yeah. I'm the one. I'm managing him. I know what he's been doing. So I just say, okay, I'm managing you. Hey, come hop on this album with me.
But Drama's finding talent.
He's finding talent. He's also reintroducing talent because Dedication was kind of reintroducing Lil Wayne, right? When he's on that run, he's almost like it's like you got a Drama mixtape. Like when Kiki came with that last run before this one, you got DJ Drama, right? It's like, it's like he kind of the stamp of the streets. You know what I'm saying?
See, look, outside of Gangsta Grills,
Gangsta Grizzlies.
That's all I thought DJ Drama. I thought DJ Drama was Gangsta Grills, and it was mixtape platforms for cocaine rappers and just drama and beef. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, he's Coke Boys. That's DJ Drama stuff. Coke Boys with Fresh Montana. He got his hand in a lot of stuff, man.
Who's the superior DJ, if in your opinion, Drama or Envy?
Ooh, I don't think that's the fair question.
Yeah, because they kind of do two different separate things. They do separate things.
Yeah, and it's not even that so much as the time periods. Like there was a time when Envy was, his time of that was exclusives, and Envy was in a time when we would drop exclusive music. Like this is the first time you heard this song by Jadakiss, whereas Drama was the one to say like, this is a song I'm dropping by Jadakiss. It's not the first time you're gonna hear it. I'm the one who putting the song out.
Yeah.
Like
But see, because I think Envy had that New York plug. Being from Queens as well, he built relationships with Nas, with 50, with the Locks, where they would bring him records to break. He was that DJ. He was that break DJ. His
artists, Lil Uzi Vert, Jack Harlow, and Scheme are all on his imprint.
Damn.
Yeah.
I ain't know Lil Uzi Vert was what. I didn't realize how. Let me rephrase this. I knew Uzi Vert was a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how big of a deal Lil Uzi Vert was until I seen the Elder Kelsey doing the I Wanna Rock dance in the end zone.
Lil Uzi Vert is, so now that you went there are certain acts I forgot to say that T.I. and Wiz Khalifa also did their thing on that album too. But
he's from, is he from Atlanta or he just moved to Atlanta? Because I know he had a lot of Atlanta ties.
He's from Philadelphia. Yeah, he's from Philadelphia.
Oh, that makes sense then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Lil Uzi Vert, Wiz Khalifa, Wale, Tyler the Creator. These guys have huge followings that if you're not a fan of those, you would be like, oh yeah, they can rap, or yeah, they cool. But if you go to a Lil Uzi concert, you'd be like, God damn.
Yeah, and see, Tyler I was aware of, Wiz I was aware of, Wale I'm aware of, probably because I probably listen to that music. Like I will listen to a Tyler before I listen to Uzi. I'm listening to Wale before I listen to Uzi. I'm gonna listen to Wiz before I listen to Uzi. Yeah. I didn't know Uzi was Uzi. Like I knew Uzi was a big deal. I'm not saying I didn't know Uzi wasn't Blockbuster. Like if you asked me, was Uzi Blockbuster? Yeah, I knew he was.
Yeah,
I didn't know that Uzi. Like I feel like I know, even though I don't fuck with Travis Scott music, Travis Scott's like he Blockbuster, he a big deal. I didn't know that Uzi was probably bigger than Travis Scott though. I didn't realize that.
Uzi, man, it was a time when it was like, I mean, I can understand why you're saying that, but like sometimes you got to read the room. If a dude can put a big ass jewel on his forehead, like that's not like he put like $1 million jewel in his forehead.
I just thought that he saw Avengers and wanted to be fucking Vision, to be honest with you.
Yeah, might have, but still, I put $1 million gem in my forehead.
Sauce Walker said he did it first.
Sauce Walker put some diamonds in his face, or he put $1 million gem in his forehead.
It don't matter if he put diamonds in his face or put it in his forehead. Sauce, if you talk to Sauce, he gonna tell you that he put the jewels in it. He put the jewels in his face first, even though these little Instagram thoughts been putting little rhinestones or whatever in under their skin for years.
I think that man, it's so unique how we view artists and their celebrity. I said celebrity and their celebrity and their fame, because like I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
I've heard a little bit of Tay-Tay. I mean, you can't live on the face of the earth, bro, and not have heard Taylor Swift a little bit.
I've never listened to. I couldn't tell you the name of one Taylor Swift song. I couldn't tell you one song of Taylor Swift. I couldn't tell you.
If I heard it, I know it's Taylor Swift. I can't tell you her catalog though. I'm not sitting down listening to Taylor Swift.
But even that being said, I'm aware that she is iconic in her fame, and because of the environment that we live in, your fame sometimes is looked at as, oh, look how famous they are. That means they must have a lot of money and or they must have a lot of fans. But fame and fans is 100% not equal. Like you can be hella famous and have no fans. You can have hella fans and not be famous. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and there are certain people like maybe a Joe Budden or a Wale who have walked that line perfectly to where they might not be hella famous, but got hella fans, and or vice versa, to where it monetarily fits and they can thrive. You know,
I don't know if Joe fits that mold.
100%.
I don't think he does. Because I'm gonna tell you why I don't think he does. I think Joe Budden is hella famous.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people love to hate Joe Budden. So they might not be fans of Joe. There are people on this earth who claim to not be fans of Joe, but they hate Joe Budden. Like he's hella he's just as famous as he is. Say it again. What you said? You can be what?
You can be famous and not have fans, and you can have fans and not be famous.
Yeah. I don't think Joe fits that mold. I think Joe is famous and has hella fans. I just think that it's cool to hate Joe Budden. Like I think it's cool to say, fuck Joe Budden, man. I ain't a fan of Joe Budden. But you listen to his podcast or his music enough to be able to critique his music and to be able to say, oh man, that take you had about such and such was stupid. So you might not be a fan of Joe, but you listen and you know what he's saying. You know. It's cool to hate Joe Budden.
I think in totality, like I think in Joe's early days, he was more famous, or he had more fans, and it was like I'm talking about Pump It Up days. In that time, he had more fans than fame, right? the fame he had attached to him was like, oh, he used to date model X, model Y, Tahiri. That was his fame. Now, as far as fans, I think like now he has fans and he's famous, but still, I mean, do you think Joe Budden is in the same talking points with Jay-Z? As far as, or like you think he's in the top 10 of talking points in hip hop?
Top
Not
10
to
in
hip-hop
talking points
fans.
of hip hops of hip
Yeah,
hop.
not to hip hop fans, to casual fans.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I do. I think top
So when I
10
say-
hip
when I
hop
say
fans
Jay-Z-
because when you're I don't think you can use Jay-Z as the litmus test because of Jay-Z. Jay-Z is Jay-Z. It's like saying Tupac. It's like saying Biggie.
That's what I'm talking about. So you say Jay-Z,
I'm not saying that.
Tupac,
That's the
Bizzy.
upper. No, that's the upper echelon of upper echelon. If you want to say
Who's next? What's the next level of fame?
I think
Behind-
the next level of fame would be like your average, everyday, uber famous hip hop artist. So I'll say maybe like I can't say Snoop because he's uber. He's hip
What
hop.
about Lil Uzi Vert?
Yeah.
You think Joe Budden's more famous than Lil Uzi Vert?
Yeah, I think the people who know who Lil Uzi Vert is, or the people who know who Lil Yachty is, or the people who know Academics is, they know who Joe Budden is.
I think you're crazy, bro. I think Lil
So
Uzi Vert-
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that because we're talking about hip hop and we're not just talking about people
No,
who
I'm
rap,
not talking about. I'm
because
talking about general
I'm
fans.
talking about hip hop podcast and all of that. You
Yeah.
don't think that people know who 6ix9ine is, they know who Uzi is, and they know who Academics is. You don't think Joe Budden falls in that tier of famous? So you don't mean to tell me that you don't think the tier of famous, when I'm talking about Uzi, 6ix9ine, Ack. Well, let me ask you the first question. Do you agree that you can say Uzi, 6ix9ine, and Academics are famous enough where people know who they are?
I wouldn't put Ack in there. I put Uzi 6ix9ine.
So you mean it's okay?
I wouldn't put Ack in it. Yeah.
All right.
Because Uzi, like I said, he's an entity in his, like he's an entity in itself. Like this, he does stadiums, right?
He does.
6ix9ine is infamous.
He's infamous.
He's infamous. That's why he's famous. Ack was a co-host with Joe Budden, and he has Twitch fame.
But see,
he has a following.
I think that Ack's fame. I think I don't want to say you're downplaying it. You're downplaying it on purpose. I don't think that. I think that Ack is more famous than what you think because
no, I know he's famous. While
Uzi, you don't have Twitch, but
that's what I'm saying.
98% of the people have Twitch. So while
98 people have Twitch.
I'm 42. I'm 42 when I have Twitch, and so I know older people than me. I know older people than me and younger people than me all use Twitch for whatever they use Twitch for, and they have run across from the streaming gamers to Academics, and so Academics reports. Ack is like the 2023 Wendy Williams male version, if you want to keep it a buck. So if Uzi, and I do think Uzi is more, I would put Uzi a tier up than the 6ix9ines and the Academics in fame because he is a performer and he sells out arenas. But I think that people, when you talk about fame, I think you could put Uzi, I think you put 6ix9ine, you could put Academics, you could put Joe Budden on the same level. Joe Budden is at the top of the podcasting charts. Like when you talk about famous podcasters, you're talking about Rogan and Budden and the Breakfast Club in the same breath. Like literally, when you look at the charts, when you look at the podcasting charts, you're looking at Joe Rogan is at the top of the top, and in that top 10, top 15, JBP. Niggas know who Joe Budden is. And Academics is falling in there too. Like, you know, Joe Rogan and Joe Rogan and Joe Budden, flip flop at being number one on this week and number one on that week. And academics, regardless of how you feel about regardless if you, I'm not talking about you as a person, just anybody. Regardless how you feel about regardless if you listen to academics on a daily basis, like when you talk about hip hop voices and podcasting, it's the JBP, it's Drink Champs, it's academics, it's Breakfast Club. That's what it's talking about.
No, but you skip like two big names. You still
What's up? Two big names. Sway in the morning.
No, Sway. Three then. Sway in the morning. Big Boy. Hold on, I'm not finished.
Well, Big Boy is a staple. Like to me, the Big Boy been doing this shit for 20 plus years. So I'm not.
All right, Vlad.
Fuck Vlad, bro. But you're right. You're right. He has the fame.
No Jumper.
That's what I'm saying. If you know who Adam 22 is, you 100% know who Academics and Joe Budden is.
But what I'm saying is that
if you know who Adam is, if you know No Jumper and you know Adam, then you've been familiar with Budden and Act, because I think Budden and Act are on a higher tier than No Jumper.
Okay, so let me tell you from my perspective. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying like I don't know many people that use besides you. I don't know many people that use Twitch, but I'm saying that No Jumper is a Snapchat. Is No Jump. If I don't want to listen or look at No Jumper, there's advertising for No Jumper on Snapchat. Like when you go on Snapchat and look, you're gonna have, you have the stuff, your people who you're connected to, and No Jumper has a section on there. I've never seen anything for Ack on there. Maybe because he's for Twitch.
Well, you never seen it on Snapchat because Ack has an exclusive deal with fucking Spotify. So Ack is all over Spotify. Same thing with Joe Budden. Same thing with Joe Rogan. So he's all over Spotify.
But this is what I'm saying. I've seen Joe Budden clips on Snapchat.
I don't use Snapchat.
I see. So that's where we can come to the understanding. It's things that I don't use that you use and vice versa.
But when you roll down TikTok, TikTok is full of JBP. And okay, I'll tell you this too. Some of this is also algorithm based. So if I see a No Jumper clip, that I actually watch to the end for the next day or so, I'm probably my timeline is gonna have more No Jumper. If you know what I'm saying. But
that's not how Snapchat works. But
I don't use Snapchat. Honestly, I didn't even know Snapchat still was a thing. I thought Snapchat was dead years ago. I don't. Nah. Yeah, I have no reason.
Why would it be? That's the best. Yeah, you married, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know anyone who cheats. I know a lot of cheaters, bro, and they don't use Snapchat.
It's not about cheating. It's just,
because your message dwindled away. I mean,
yeah.
I like to look at bitches. You know what I'm talking about? I look at thirst trappers all day. I just don't fuck with Snapchat.
Really Snapchat is more like it's just like another Instagram. It's just the format is different.
Yeah,
the format is a little different, and it's more like. Because ESPN has a big presence on Snapchat. ESPN,
I don't fuck with ESPN.
Like a lot of the anchors, they start on Snapchat with ESPN Snapchat, right? So they have the show that comes on ESPN, and they have a simultaneous show that's coming on Snapchat where they're going through the same. They're saying damn it the same thing, but then they're not like today on song to like check this out, y'all. They hip. Super hip, and those same guys within a year or two they go to the team. So it's like, I guess I don't know. It's just a different way that they filter their talent. You know what I'm saying? ESPN has a big one on there. It's another big company use Snapchat as like their breeding ground. That's their breeding ground, basically. So they'll have the exact same show, exact same content, but they'll have somebody else do it in a different way on Snapchat. And then in like a year later, like Malika was on Snapchat first. The bald head, I forgot her name, it's a bald head chick for ESPN, started on Snapchat with ESPN Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Yeah. But all that being said, now I mean Joe Budden is famous. I would say okay, so he's no. I mean that's a great question. I would like to. It's a hard question to answer. I like to see because like there are people who don't know who the hell Adam 22 is. But then again, like I'm saying, looking at these devices, you can't miss no jumper, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what I want to say, and also look at Act's guests compared to Joe Budden's guests, right? His guests are very targeted. His guests are from a certain, a certain genre of listener. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have Nori on Act show.
Yeah, but you gotta look at the fact that Joe was a rapper who turned into a podcaster. So Joe has certain relationships within the industry anyway. Ack is just a blogger who started out with Chirac in instigating gang beefs and went from there. That's what I'm saying. He's more like a modern day Wendy Williams to me. Like
he ain't
messy nigga.
Because when Williams was at the station, so she had access to the Tupacs. She had direct access to the stars.
Yeah, but you don't have to be at the station no more, bro. You can have direct access to these stars. I mean, he started at Complex, so that relationship at Complex gave him direct access to a lot of these guys. Anyway,
technically, he didn't start Complex. He started with Twitch.
No,
what's what I'm saying?
Twitch no. So let's.
Act was a thing before.
Act was a thing before Complex, but it wasn't on Twitch. The thing, Act was a blogger before Twitch. He predates Twitch. Twitch is more of a newer platform that he has used to go off and drink Hennessy and talk shit. So,
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Was he going on drunken Hennessy rants on Twitch when he was on Complex?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
That was the thing. He would go on the show and he would go
not
on
when
Twitch
he started. No, I'm saying not when he started. He didn't start off on Twitch. Twitch is like a newer platform that has came out within the last maybe 5 to whatever years. So Twitch is a newer platform. He might have done it mid Complex, but he didn't start off Complex going off on drunken twit ranches. Twit.
What was his form of communication?
I thought it was YouTube at first, bro. I'm not sure. I thought when he was doing all that Chirac shit, I thought it was YouTube.
Okay. So moving forward, you think that academics has the same acts, like I said before, the acts that academics or the people he have on his show or he interviews or even with the Chirac stuff, he wasn't talking to G Herbo. He was talking to little dudes.
I think now Act can talk. I think now Act can sit down with whoever he wants to sit down with. Now
he doesn't though. No, he doesn't. Why wouldn't he?
What are you talking about?
Why wouldn't I have the bigger acts come and sit down with me? Why wouldn't I do that?
Well, half of his MO is beefing with these rappers. So,
but
if I'm talking shit to the little babies of the world, they're not gonna come sit down at my show. I mean, he sits down with the Joe Buddens. He sits down with the artists. There are other artists that he sits down with. I mean, he sits down with the
name a major artist.
Of course, we know him and 6ix9ine are homies. He sits down with
name a major artist.
I'm naming them now, but I mean he's not.
They're not big acts, bro. Them a regional.
He's not out, but he's not an artist. So his show. But listen, his show is not necessarily sitting down with artists. His show is not.
I'm saying, but
Boog, his show is not an artist interviewing show. It's never been that.
But he had artists on there. He's had 6ix9ine on there. He's interviewed 6ix9ine. He's interviewed.
Well, 6ix9ine was his homie though, and Hassan Campbell isn't an artist. Hassan Campbell is a messy blogger like Act.
He's an artist, bro. He's
not an artist. Hassan Campbell is not an artist.
He is a performer. So you think that Hassan Campbell? You think that Joe Budden not an artist? It's a different form of art, but he's still. He's not a performing artist.
Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah,
it's the difference between Joe Budden, who was a rapper turned podcaster.
Yeah.
and Hassan Campbell, who is a blogger. I'm not now. If you want to call blogging an art form, I'm not okay. I'll rock with you with that. But when I say he's sitting down with artists, I'm just
Art.
I'm meaning
Go ahead, go ahead.
what I'm saying is his platform isn't like a Joe Budden's platform or like a Drink Champs platform where they're gonna sit down, or even Breakfast Club where they're gonna sit down and they're going to have conversations with artists. If I'm an artist and I got a project dropping and I'm gonna make my run, you know, I'll sit down with the Joe Budden podcast. I'll sit down with the Breakfast Club. I'll sit down with Drink Champs. I'll sit down with, you know, Big Boy. I'm not gonna go sit down with academics because academics isn't doing those type of interviews and it's not that type of content.
But what I'm saying is, so what connection does Ack have to the people? He is like he always like my sources tell me, and he's giving dirt on industry stuff.
Ack is like a form of Say Cheese, a form of Vlad, where it's like kind of like, man, it's kind of like, yo, what's going on with you and this guy and stuff like that. Academics is more or less he's commentary on the climate of what's going on. Some of these artists might not want to sit down with him. I don't know if Ack is paying artists to come sit with him. Now we know Vlad is paying people to come sit with him, but it makes
but what I'm saying is this. And all I'm asking is, like, do you think that the reach that academics has is the same reach as Joe Budden or Vlad or the bigger?
I don't think
like
academics' reach is as far as Joe Budden. So if you ask me if I had to put them on the same tier, no, they're not on the same tier. Joe Budden is on a larger tier than Ack.
What about Vlad?
Vlad is on a larger reach than Ack. Regardless of how you feel about Vlad has a bigger platform than Ack.
What about Charleston White?
See, if I said Ack has a larger reach than Charleston White, it's not by much. I would only say he had a larger reach because he has his own platform, where Charleston White does have his own platform, but he more or less is speaking on other people's platform. So Charleston White, to me, is an entity and a personality within itself. And Ack...
What about...
Hold on, let's pause right quick.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Nah, I think Charleston White... See, that's a good question, because I think Charleston White is a... Man, Charleston White is a pulverizing... How you say it? Pulverizing? How you say it?
Maybe polarizing.
Polarizing.
Yeah,
He's a polarizing...
Pause.
Because of some of his takes and some of the things that he says. I would give Ack a slight. I would say Ack has a little bit more reach than Charleston White, but
is Ack not a polarizing? It's not. Is that his draw? Him being polarizing?
It is. It is. But I don't. It is. But I don't think that. It is. But I think what Ack does and what Charleston White do are slightly different.
Yeah, it's different. But I'm saying, but Ack, his biggest thing is him talking about people, being polarized, and saying these things, and Charleston White's biggest thing is him talking about people and doing the things. So I'm saying I think that Charleston White has a large, because Ack is not going back and forth with T.I. and Boosie. Ack is going back and forth with YBN, you know what I'm saying, and he's going with guys who have 100,000 sales. He's not going back and forth with millionaires, is what I'm saying. But I mean, let the people decide. Let the people decide who's more polarizing.
If it makes a difference, I don't like either one of them niggas that much. Ack or Charleston White.
You just said Jack Harlow don't go hard, man. And I
just said that out of pure hate because I just don't. Yeah, but I don't really rock with Charleston White or academics like that.
So you didn't hear? Did you Did you hear the Drake and Harlow collaboration on his album?
No,
On Harlow's first album?
I don't like Drake like that. So if you tell me Drake featuring Jack Harlow or Jack Harlow has Drake, I'm not. I don't like Drake enough to want to listen to Jack Harlow, who I feel like is a prodigy of Drake. I don't like either guy like that. I don't like Drake, bro. I'm not a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake fan, to be honest with you.
I get it, man. I get it. I'm gonna say, at one point, rap was, East Coast, and it was, hip hop started out in the park, right? And then some guys from the West Coast and from the South started making their own type of music, and you had, NWA, right? It's only like one or two, maybe 4 or 5 West Coast acts, but it grew. And then at some point, it was a whole stack of West Coast artists. Same with Southern artists, whether it be Houston, then you got, Tony Draper, then you have Miami, you got ATL. At one point, it was only so many white rappers, but there's going to come a time when there's enough white rappers for them to be like, man, we white rappers. And we are our own entity of white rappers. Like, we're a group. We are a sub, just like it's Blue Eyed Soul. It's going to be Blue Eyed Hip Hop. And Jack Harlow is going to be Jack Harlow. They're going to look back at Bubba Sparks, of course, Eminem, Yellow Wolf, MC Search might fall in that category. To the people who like, yeah, when there wasn't a bunch of us,
You forgetting Logic, bro. You ain't add Logic in there? Man, fuck Logic.
No.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't just like Logic. I just think that he's more of a niche artist than he is a staple artist, right? Like, he's not making he had that huge hit about depression, but he can rap, you know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna be like a Harlow that can even be a topic of discussion at the Kentucky Derby.
Who raps better, Jack Harlow or Machine Gun Kelly?
Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow's Southern, bro. If you this is my opinion. If you ask me, a Southern rapper is gonna always rap better than a Northern rapper because there's gonna be more soul in their delivery. They're gonna be more musicianship and soul in their delivery. Like the East Coast rappers are gonna be maybe a little bit more technical with the words, but a Southern rapper like an MJG, like a Face, like a T.I., they're gonna be able to have that same technical ability, but still have enough emotion and soul in. So it's like, I have everything you have plus this thing you don't have. So Bubba Sparks, to me, can speak a different way than Eminem can, because Bubba Sparks can tell you about this. I'm from the South, baby. He can give you some soul and some rhythm, like soul and smoothness to his flow. It doesn't have to be choppy, like, Brandon Ramble.
Wow. I understand what you're saying. I think you have that opinion because you are from the South.
No.
I don't think that I don't.
It's totally objective.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
I'm saying, like, do you think like this is on subject but off subject. Do you think that Scarface raps better than MJG?
Yes.
In what way?
I prefer Scarface better than MJG. I think as a overall, he makes better songs, he raps better, he's the better rapper. I don't think it's like by a landslide. It's not saying that MJG is trash and Face is superior. I just think Face is the better artist, rapper, songmaker than MJG.
Do you think Scarface has a verse that's better than than MJG's verse on Friend or Foe?
Pretty sure he does, because I think he's a better rapper overall. I think he's a better rapper and songmaker.
What's
overall.
your bet? What's one of your strongest Face verses.
I'm not gonna give you a particular verse that says he's stronger. I just think he's a better rapper overall.
I just asked you what's one of your favorite verses
I don't have just a favorite verse.
or favorite song.
I don't just have a favorite song that I can say I think this is my favorite Face song. There's so many.
What
I
song
can't
do you
choose.
like from Face?
There's so
you don't
many
like it?
I
You
can't
can't-
choose.
I'm saying that.
There's so many I can't choose.
Okay, well, I will put it out there. What I will say is, MJG has verses that are iconic, like iconic verses.
Well, Face does too.
Even-
though.
But I'm saying, and if you grab those iconic, like no, as I open up my story and like those, yeah, he was hard on that smile. But who is my friend? Who is my foe? Who do I call when I want to know something about someone I don't know? Like that verse right there, that friend or foe verse, or the verse on they say do when we say do. They say, like he has iconic verses.
The he say foe, we say foe. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Look,
that was hard.
no, I mean,
That was
I'm
hard.
not gonna discredit your opinion. To you, that was hard. To me, that was some country shit, and it's alright. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but that's the difference of opinions.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. And that's what I'm saying.
Those two
We can have different
examples.
opinions.
Those two examples of a nigga that's more southern and country is not saying that he has a better verse than Face, who raps with any
Friend of
and
Both was a
everybody.
country though. Friend of
I'm
Both
just
was a
telling
friend-
you again. That's your opinion. I'm not knocking your.
No, I'm saying, well, it's an unfair. It's kind of an unfair comparison because.
Well, you brought it up. You said Face.
No.
and MJG.
You're saying, oh, there's so many to pick from. I can't even name one. So I'm just naming two verses off the top of my head that are hard. And you're like, oh no, they're not better. They're not better. There's the comparison point, not in general, but just in this conversation, it's an unfair comparison because what I'm saying, you're saying it's okay. Then I'm like, okay, well, what's the contrast? Like, I ain't got a contrast. I'm just saying this is better.
Yeah,
So
it's better. It doesn't matter. Whatever verse you throw out there, I'm pretty sure Face is better. Like, it's just like it does, bro.
I'm just
The opening verse on the Fix album, to me, just that opening verse on the Fix album, song one, track one. That shit goes harder than anything I've ever heard MJG say. And that's just the opening track. Introductory track.
I'm talking about verses that he had. He had E40, Big Mike, 8 Ball, and Mac Mall, all in their primes.
I don't actually.
And I got the
Now you're going to people who he had on the album with him.
No, I'm saying that they were on this song, on the same song, and I shone, however you say it, brighter than all of them. Like in the history of Screwdom, if you put on Friend or Foe, everybody jamming but when MJG verse come on, making the song at least 10 minutes long because group keep bringing back every other line because it's,
Look, I mean, I get what you're
Friend
trying
or
to
foe.
say.
Scarface is the
First
truth.
off,
It's the truth, man.
First off, In Cold Blood goes harder than anything I've ever heard MJG rap.
What?
In Cold Blood goes harder than anything
One with
I've ever
Jay-Z?
heard. That ain't even with Jay-Z, bro.
This is love. This is that. I started small time cocaine. That's the beat, bro.
Nah, guess whose back is with Jay-Z, sir? In Cold
guess
Blood
what-
is with Kanye West on the production.
Yeah. With the
But guess who's back?
That's the beat, bro.
Guess whose back is featuring Jay-Z?
Yeah. That's the beat,
Bro,
man. Them
my
beats,
block go, and this is just only one album. This is just the Fix. I haven't even went to the Last of Dying Breed. I ain't went to the My Homies, and that's what I'm saying. But this is my personal opinion, though. I'm not saying it like you could have your ear could be different, and what you like could be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the one with him and Papa Roo on it. What was the name of the track?
They crazy,
Mate.
man. You go look, MJG and 8 Ball. Look what came up.
What does that mean?
Look who on there.
But what does that mean?
That They be tripping sometimes, man.
Oh, you saying
They
you
got a picture
put? Oh,
MJG, they got a picture of
Pimp C.
pumping. Yeah. But Marlon Jermaine Goodman, man, that's a beast, man. That's the truth. You don't want no drama. Come on, man.
that doesn't, to me,
I
that,
would really
but,
want
but
you.
to me, but to me, that doesn't scream. My lyrics are harder than
No,
Face.
I was just talking about that song, that hook. But I'm saying I would really implore the listeners with an open ear to just go back and listen to MJG, listen to Face, and just be like, and just with a real ear, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that Face is sorry. It's just saying that MJ, like, it's certain people like Mace. Mace doesn't get the credit that he deserves sometimes. Mace doesn't get the, like, certain artists, because the opinion of hip hop sometimes overshadows the truth of what happens. Like, I don't like this guy, or this guy made a move that way that is unpopular, so we put him in this category. But if you start really examining, like, hold up, man.
Well,
like,
hold on, let's speak facts. My comparison has nothing. I love A-Ball and MJG, so I love MJG. I have no issue.
I'm just
bro.
yeah.
I
I'm
hit
not
a
saying
lick
you
with
don't.
some. Told a bitch to quit, get the gun. We got some shit to run, so shut up and cut off the grits they done. I want you up on your feet until they blister some. Bitch, you understand what I'm saying? I'm the official one.
That's what I'm trying to say,
I pimp
man.
hoes until the reason wrong. Till there ain't no more whole tracks left to sprinkle season on. Them niggas who
That's what I'm
violated, they
saying.
get bleeding on. IV packs and shit packs to the lick. Bro, I'll fuck with MJG, but
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But what I'm telling you is, Face the better rapper.
That's tough, man. I don't know, man. That's not. I
I
don't
can
know.
squeeze without blinking. I'm a cold-hearted killer, bank robber. Woo, natural born killer, drug dealer. Anything it took to survive, even if it took a nigga to die. I'm a gangster, right? Bro, I'll fuck with Face more than I fuck with MJG and A-Ball.
This is the same guy who's like, I don't sell dope, officer. I just, Face has switched from being a dope dealer to a killer.
I'm not talking about what he did. We're talking about lyrics.
No, I'm saying what he
music,
said
and making
lyrically.
songs. No, we're not. I'm not talking about the factualities of the actual song. I ain't talking about if he truly was a drug dealer, because is
I'm not
MJG
saying- I'm
truly a
just saying
pimp?
that-
So I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the songs, the lyrics, the music, the craft, the listenability. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about if he's telling the truth.
No, I'm
or
just
not.
saying that in one song, Face will say that I was a drug dealer, and on the same album, another song, he's like, "Hey, I'm not a drug dealer, man. I'm just out here,
In one song, MJG said he pimping. The other song, he's selling dope. And the other song, he telling you he paid his dues. I'm just saying, bro, I'm not.
Yeah, but he ain't never switched up though. MJG has never switched
Now
up.
you've moved the goalposts.
No, but
you have.
Let's
moved
go
the
back.
goalposts.
Let's go back. Let's
'Cause
go
we're,
back. Let's
we're
go
only
back.
talking. We're only talking about musicianship, the
Musicianship.
songs, and how we feel about it. I ain't talking about if
Who-
he really did it or not.
Okay, yeah, and we just state opinions. I'm asking the question: who do you think is more versatile, MJG or Face?
Face.
What makes Face more versatile to you?
I think he can rap with anyone. I've heard Face rap with Jay-Z, Nas, Benny Siegel, Papa Roo, Lil O, of course, like Willie D, Bushwick Bill. He's done that. I've seen him rap with gospel singers on the hook.
We haven't heard that from MJG.
I didn't say that, but I've heard more country pimp shit from MJG than I have from Face.
But we haven't. I mean, so just not even just to inquire. Are there spaces that MJG can go that Face can't go, and vice versa? Are places that Face can go that MJG can't go?
Sure, I'm pretty sure that there are spaces that they flourish in more than the others. So I'm pretty sure there are spaces that MJG will flourish in that Face doesn't. I'm pretty sure there's spaces that Face will flourish in that MJG doesn't.
Yeah. So that being said, who has more space? Like if I lay it out in these 10 categories of types of raps, do you think Face will fill more boxes than MJG would?
I don't know. I would have to sit down and look at both artists and see who puts checks in which box.
That's I agree. I personally think that MJG. My only issue with MJG.
It all depends on what the boxes are, though. So me and you could have two totally different sets of boxes that we're gonna check. So that's
no. I'm asking you had to have the same boxes. That would. Well,
we would have to agree on. We would have to sit down and agree on said boxes, and then we go through and we check them, and then it's still gonna be objective because it all depends on what I like. With that being said, though, I think if you ask me tier of rapper or entertainer, if you ask me, do I think that Face is on a higher tier than MJG? I would say no. I think they're both legendary rappers out the South. And you can't take none away from either one of them. So I will say that MJG is just as legendary as Scarface.
I agree. I still think that MJG. I think technical rapping ability. That's why when you ask me if Machine Gun Kelly was better than Jack Harlow. That was the comparison came to mind.
I was trolling you. I knew Machine Gun Kelly wasn't better than Jack Harlow, bro.
But he can rap though.
No, he can rap his ass off. I don't know why he went to rock. And I don't think that beef with Eminem. Like I don't think that Machine Gun Kelly dropped Kill Shot, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think Eminem's diss track was raw enough to make that man switch to rock music. I just think he switched. I think rap was the way he got in the music scene, and then he switched it up. I think him and Megan Fox switched it up. I don't think that Eminem made him go to rock music because Machine Gun Kelly went hard.
I believe that you have different types of artists, and like we said last episode, there's a maturation of all artistry, and we tend to want people to stay in a lane. We can get off them guys and say Mac Miller, right? When he comes in, he's on some kind of hip hop, urban, inner city rap, and before his demise, he's damn near doing jazz, right? It's a progression you go through. If you as an artist, it's a progression you might go through, and I think that's his progression. He's from the inner city. You learn how to play guitar, and you're like, man, I like this.
I thought Machine Gun Kelly was from Cleveland, which he says he's from Cleveland.
Yeah, from Cleveland.
You know that nigga was born in Houston?
He's born in Houston, but he grew up in Cleveland. A lot of guys born in the South to move up north, man. It's hard. It's tough down here, bro. It's hard.
It's tough?
It's hard out here. Yeah, it's tough in Houston, man.
Normally.
No, I know it's tough. It's tough in Houston because Houston is a transient city. Everybody's from somewhere else. It's an international city. It's nicknamed Hustle Town because there's a lot of entrepreneurship that goes by. It's an independent city, a lot of independent businesses. It's the New York of the South. It's like New York, but spread out. So if I'm not a person who, let me not say that, but it's hard. It's tough, bro. It's tough because people leave Houston, go places and flirt like a mug, bro. They leave Houston and go to other cities and become uber successful, man. Because if you can make, it's like New York. People be in New York and go to Philly and be the king. Cam go to Ohio, man. Look, I'm the king of Ohio. You know how it is in Harlem, son? If we had this right here in Harlem, son.
How you feel about this AI shit, bro? This AI rapping and they're making like tracks with Jay-Z voice or Nas voice, but it's an AI program. How you feel about this shit?
I mean, I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, the human mind is too sporadic to duplicate in AR form. So there will be, it speaks more to the commercialization of music where you can, and it kind of exposes some of the rappers that you be like, oh, he's so deep. Like, nah, he's just using these simple terms. And, you know, but I ain't mad at it.
Well, it's not that. It's like me and you will write a verse, and then we can put it in whatever program, and AI raps it. But when the AI raps it, it sounds like 100% like Jay-Z, because it does that voice bullshit where it can. Yeah. The same technology they use, like in Top Gun, because not Top Gun. The same technology they did in Top Gun, but they used it also in not Coming to America, in Star Wars, because your boy is Vader. What's his name?
Yeah,
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. Yeah.
But in this, like in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series, the voice was still James Earl Jones, but he didn't have to physically go in and do anything. AI was able to take his past recordings that he's done over his career and recreate his voice. So he didn't go in and record any of that shit.
Yeah.
Now he still got paid for it, but it was all AI. So like there was a rapper who made a song. He rapped on a song, and it seemed like it was featuring Jay-Z because the AI was able to use past recordings of Jay-Z and make the song with featuring Jay-Z, even though it's not Jay-Z.
I mean, man, it's a new day, bro.
All right, so last question, and this is, I know that this doesn't apply to you because you're a faithful guy, but in the event that you were single, would you rather date a extremely pretty female who slightly was bad built, or would you rather date a extremely sexy female who slightly was ugly? Which one would you do?
Definitely go with slightly ugly, man.
Why?
100%.
Why? Tell me why.
Because if you look at anybody for long enough, you can find the ugly in them. Like there's nobody you can look at and be like you can look at, if you look at Halle Berry, like, man, her nose kind of long, or she got a triangle face. You can find a way, right? Okay, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder, man.
It
some
is.
Some people that might be slightly ugly to one person
might be gorgeous to somebody else,
or not even gorgeous. Like I like the big old lips. Like,
with that being said, though, this is on what you deem beautiful. So
for me, I think that the beauty is finding the beauty, man. The beauty is finding beauty. Like, I don't know. It's so subjective. That's a great question. It's subjective, bro, because it's some people, and then human nature changes you up anyway. So you might be thinking something ugly, and then you see it, I'm like, man, I thought she was ugly, man. She ain't ugly, bro. She just got a big ass forehead.
Okay.
But if she got the neck down, we can always work with that, man. The neck down is good, then shit. The neck up, man, we can work with that, man.
Okay. All right.
Are we anybody in particular we're talking about, or?
No, not anyone in particular we're speaking of. I just was
you want to get canceled or not? Or
I just
got
asking
LSU girls up here, and I was congratulations to LSU. They won the NCAA championship. I was saluting them on the way out.
Yeah, I seen that one little white girl. She couldn't drop 45 on them.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a better team. Better team. 5 can always be 1. 5 play together. Or 8, But yeah, that's Caitlin, man. She got something, though, man. She got something. Before I'll leave on that note. People are talking about, man, if the WNBA was like this, I'll watch it. Stop lying.
If the WNBA was like what?
Well, like this Final Four.
It is.
My man.
If you just watch it.
That's what I'm saying. But they like Las Vegas literally had a team full of thugs, man, and they played the exact same way when they went the Aces. They played
100%.
the exact same way, and everybody, man, this is how WNBA should be. I'm like, man, you don't watch no games, bro, 'cause that should be boring, man. It's a bunch of jump shots and layups, man. That's boring after a while.
Yeah, because like a lot of dudes don't watch the WNBA. Like they watching that shit now because it's cool to say I watched the Final Four. But them girls that hooped in the Final Four now, they be hooping the same way in the WNBA. The problem is when you go pay your money to see the Aces, and then what was that tall chick, bro, who quit because she was bitching about pay?
talking about,
Liz Cambridge.
The one you got a crush on?
Yeah, bro. Liz Cambridge. Have you seen her before? You mean to tell me you wouldn't? She
nice,
aight.
man. She nice, man.
Liz Cambridge is just aight, bro.
She nice, man. So she nice, man.
Would you try to holler at her? I mean, she don't like us. She definitely do not like us. But if she did,
And she like us too.
no, she does not like dudes. She has said it out loud. She doesn't play for it. She plays with other teams. She likes what we like. She don't like me.
I've snagged a couple of Cambridge types in my life.
6'10", only like women. You snag a couple of them.
Well, not like, I mean, of course I like men, but I wouldn't say 6'10", 6'8", 6'7".
No, she's legit 6'10".
I'm not saying I'm saying I've talked to 6'7",
you talked
6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's 6'10"? For real?
She's legit 6'10", homie. Yeah, she's legit 6'10".
That's what makes the WNBA so sorry, man. How are you 6'10" and you can't dunk, man?
She can dunk. She just don't.
No, she can't dunk. She can dunk with nobody there, but she can't dunk in a game.
I mean, she's not like
Brittany.
yeah, she ain't Brittany Griner.
That's what I'm saying. But you 6'10", man. That means if you put your hand up, man, you 9 feet tall. You gotta jump 6 inches.
I mean,
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, you know,
6 inches, man. You gotta jump 6 inches up. You gotta jump half a foot.
I mean, you know, but she got titties and ass and thighs, bro. You know.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I said lower the goals, man. Lower the goals and make the ball. Either lower the goals. Yeah, lower the goals, man. That's all it is. Lower the goals, man. If you can't jump 10 feet, why does it go 10 feet?
I mean, Lisa Lester could
She dunked twice in a
the
game.
game. I mean, you know.
Like that. It's like saying you play football and you can't throw long passes. You can't throw a pass over 40 yards.
I mean, I shouldn't play quarterback if I
what?
can't.
Huh?
I shouldn't play quarterback.
No, I'm saying
if I can't.
it's against the law. It's against the rules. Or nope, can't nobody throw a ball farther than 40 yards in football. In the whole entire league. You might have 1 or 2 people that can do that. That's crazy, right? That's what no dunking in WNBA is. It's no home run play.
Let me ask you a question.
Right.
All right, and then we can bounce. How many dunks happened in the? How many dunks happened in the Final Four for the females?
None.
Did that make the brand of basketball better or worse?
Worse.
How? How?
Because it's an entire element of basketball that never got displayed the entire tournament. Once again, it's like having a football game where nobody ever throws the ball longer than 40 yards in the entire season. Maybe 4 guys do it out of the entire league. It's a whole element of the game that's not there. Why would you that's taken away? Then I got these guys over here who's throwing off the backboard, who's catching on people's necks. And I'm supposed to compare them to? Nah, man, that's not the same, bro.
I don't think you can. Well, listen, you're right. You're right. It's not the same game. So if you're trying to compare the WNBA style of play to the NBA, it's always going to be boring. It's never going to be the comparison you want it to be. But I think
it's not the style, bro. There's a whole part of the game that they cannot do. Once again, if you had a football league and nobody could throw the ball past 40 yards, or maybe only 4 guys in the entire league could throw the ball 40 yards, at some point you're gonna be like, man, I'm tired of seeing him hand the ball off, man. I'm tired of seeing him throw slants, man. Why can't nobody get downfield and throw a ball, man?
I mean, I don't. I get what you're saying.
That's hard to disagree with, bro, because that's factual. Like if you go to a football league, you watch 16 or 17 games of the Houston Texans, and the quarterback never throws the ball more than 40 yards down. Never. The entire season, every pass is 35 yards or shorter. There's no bombs being thrown. And then you got another team over here that's all they doing is running bombs.
But time out. But that's why I said so. That's why I said it's two different. I can't compare. So I can't if I go buy tickets to see the Houston Rockets,
yes,
versus the Memphis Grizzlies,
yeah,
I can't expect to see the same style of play if I go watch a WNBA game. So I think if you're trying to compare what goes on in an NBA game versus a WNBA game, you're gonna have that take. I think if you look at the two different, like if I go pay my money to go see the NFL game, I'm not expecting to see the same style of game or style of play if I'm going to go watch an XFL game. I'm going to see some.
Stop it.
Let me finish.
Right.
I'm going to see similar elements. Or, no, let me make it apples to apples. If I go play an NFL game, if I go watch an NFL game, I'm not going to see the same style of play or the same plays in that NFL game that I would when I go watch the lingerie league, because that's the closest that I can bring to you when it comes to female version of the NFL.
Why not? What's different? You're going to have long passes. You're going to have handoffs. You're going to have hard hits. It's not like there's a whole element of the game that's not going to be there. It's going to be speed. It's going to be power. It's going to be long balls. It's going to be
you can say you have every element of the basketball game in the WNBA that you have in the NBA.
No, you can't.
Yes, you
can. There's no dunking.
Is dunking that much of a deal for you, where you're saying, well, WNBA is trash because there's no dunking?
Bruh.
I'm asking you.
How you stop me saying no? I'm gonna give my answer.
No, I'm asking you. I'm
gonna answer the question.
Do you think that it's that much? Like, do you think that WNBA's game is so trash because there's no dunking?
I didn't say trash. I said that the game is not the same because there's a whole element missing. So once again, they outlawed dunking in the NBA for a whole 2 years because that move was so devastating. Right? They outlawed it. Because they was like, this move is so devastating, and this guy over here is so good, it wouldn't be fair to have that in the game. Okay. But then they say, you know what? It's other guys who can dunk. This is the element of the game. It makes the game more exciting. It adds a new element to the game. Y'all can dunk again, right? Now, that element of the game is not in the WNBA. And the reason not in WNBA is because the goals are too high, because they don't have girls who can jump that high. The MVP from 2 years ago, the two-time MVP, Bella Dawn, was like, they need to lower the goals. It doesn't make sense.
Let me ask you a question. You lower the goal from 10 foot to what?
9.5.
Do you think lowering the goal from 10 foot to 9.5, you're going to get that much more in-game dunking to make the game more excitable? I'm just asking. I don't know.
100%.
Okay.
100%. If watching the games, you'll see that most girls can touch the backboard, or most driving guards are six. Like if I'm 6'10" and I can't dunk on 9 foot, man, I'm just sorry. I'm not like I'm saying. That takes away from the athleticism of the girls. Like if I can run and jump, but even at my highest jumping, I'm not dunking. So that means that every opportunity to shoot a layup is a block, or can be a block, because nobody's going, oh, you're not playing. There's no airborne part of the game. Everything is ground. You made the game one way. Once again, it's like saying we can't throw a pass 40 yards. It got to be a handoff. It got to be a handoff. Got to be a handoff.
Let me ask you a question, though. You said there's no element of playing above the rim, right?
Yeah.
But So you said when I go to the hole and I shoot the layup, every play can be a block, right?
Yeah.
All right, but just because I can't dunk on 10 feet doesn't mean I don't have explosiveness to play over the top of certain other individuals or players, right? So just because
you're right. No, you're wrong. Yeah,
I'm wrong.
Because if we,
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So let me answer. No. Question.
I'm gonna answer.
So I don't have the ability to dunk, and neither does the person who's playing. I don't have the ability to dunk on 10 foot, nor does the person who's playing defense on me have the ability to jump high enough to dunk on 10 feet.
Yes.
But I have the ability to jump higher than the person playing defense on me. So
how?
What do you mean how? Because I can jump higher.
But if you're jumping higher, but nobody
just because I can jump higher doesn't mean I can dunk on 10 feet. And just because I can't dunk on 10 feet doesn't mean I can't finish higher than my opponents.
Okay,
we see this in other various points in certain leagues or points in athleticism. So just because let me finish. So you mean to tell me in middle school, just because I'm a middle schooler and most of your middle schools aren't gorilla dunking or dunking on 10 feet means that someone can't finish over someone because they're more athletic and can jump higher? Are you telling me that?
What I'm saying is you have to compare grown women to middle schoolers to make it make sense.
I'm comparing grown women what is the average height of a WNBA player? I'm just asking.
6'2", 6'3".
So there are a lot of there are a lot of 6'2", 6'3" people who can't dunk on 10 feet. Dunking on 10 foot at 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2" isn't automatic. You have people
if you're NBA, it is.
You have people in the NBA who are 6'1", 6'2" who get this much over the rim, if you can see.
Who can dunk?
Okay. With that,
but you don't have it. But you don't have. What I'm saying is, I'm playing in a league book
where the athleticism, on average, they're not jumping high enough to dunk on 10 feet anyway. So what I'm saying is, sure, you lower the goal to 9 feet, you lower it to 9.5. It's not going to make the game any more explosive.
Why wouldn't it? Because now we're dunking. Look.
Just because I can dunk doesn't mean that makes that athleticism that much more explosive. It's a more exciting play in the game.
Not more exciting, bro. Look. So if you turn around, if I get the ball in the post and I'm worried about this person going up and dunking the ball, right? As opposed to this person turning around and shooting a hook shot or a jump shot on me. It's a total different way you have to play it. You can't just, if you shoot a jump shot, then I'm just gonna put my hand up and try to contest the jump shot. If you're going for a dunk, not only do I have to worry about you shooting this, it adds a different element to the game. I got backdoor alley plays. I got fast break dunks. I got in game. I got cut down the middle and dunk. Not like. Once, like you said it, you have to compare them to kids to make it make sense.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. As long as I've known you, you've had the ability to dunk. Yes or no?
Yeah, maybe.
As long as I've known young James Boogie, you have had the ability to dunk. Don't say maybe. Tell the truth.
Okay, yeah. Let's say yeah.
No. Say yeah. Don't say let's say yeah. Say yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So as long as I've known young James Boogie, he has had the ability to dunk.
Yeah.
Ask me, how many times have I seen young James Boogie dunk in a game element?
I don't know how many. How many? I don't know.
Maybe 2 or 3. And when I've seen you dunk, it's been on a fast break. Now I've seen young James Boogie go to the hole and score from any angle. Finish over people. No, let me finish. No. And you laughing because you know I'm telling the truth. You're laughing because you know I'm telling the truth. I've seen you drop buckets on people without dunking once. I've seen you drop buckets on people who are taller than you, who are more athletic than you, who can jump higher than you. And the reason why you were scoring wasn't because you were dunking over the top of people. It was because you finished finished better than the people could defend. And it had nothing to do with you being high enough to dunk or dunking on someone. So what I'm saying is, just
Keep
because
talking.
the goals are lower is not gonna make it a more competitive game. Now it might make it more exciting because when you lower the goal, now there are more people who could dunk. But the whole element of you saying if you lower the goals is gonna make it a more competitive game, I don't. That's not that statement is not true. It might make it more enjoyable to watch. Yeah, I roll with that.
It makes it more competitive.
It doesn't make you more competitive,
bro. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you two examples coming from your mouth. Not from mine.
No. And I'm gonna let you finish. But I'm gonna let you finish. But if we're going by the logic you finna tell me, then 100% hand downs, Rich is 10 times better than you. Go ahead.
So watch this. So you made it a point to always say, "Oh man, headache dunked on you and threw down aspirins," right? You made it a point to that. Okay, which never happened.
It happened. It's on tape. It happened.
Never happened. It's on tape. It never happened. But watch,
that nigga
watch
gorilla
this.
dunked on you and poured a whole pocket of aspirins put a whole handful of aspirins out and did this.
So question.
All right.
Psychologically, if that happens, do you think that I am going to play harder on defense, or am I going? Does that change the way that I play defense, knowing that might happen?
Sure.
So it's a whole way that I have to play the game differently to defend. It's a whole different play. If I got a guy that's 6'7", 6'8" that can jump, I have to play differently. If I know this person can't dunk, if I know that they're gonna shoot layup, whatever they do is gonna be a layup, I can play it. It changes the entire game.
But listen,
it makes the game get.
But hear what I'm saying.
It changes the game.
What I'm saying. That logic. So that logic, it goes hand in hand. When I say that, headache someone can dunk on you and you be like, damn, he dunked on me. I ain't gonna let him dunk on me again. Next time he go up, I'm gonna go up with him because you know I can jump just as high as this person. So the fact that person can dunk, it doesn't change your intensity level of how you're gonna play defense. The same person.
It does.
Let me finish.
I have to play differently.
Me finish.
You
no, you
it.
don't, because the same person who can drive to the lane and jump high enough over you to be able to score the basket and make a layup. You're gonna have the same thought process. Well, shit, when he go up, I gotta jump with him because I gotta try to block his shot. It doesn't matter if he dunking it or if he laying it up or if he's shooting a jump shot. The whole point is I gotta be able to match that person's athleticism to compete with them. Now, just because
what makes LeBron James, Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Akeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, what makes them such great players when they get the ball?
Because they could finish. Dream wasn't dunking on everybody. Dream's dunking on.
What you mean, bro? Stop it.
Did the dream shake? Did the dream shake always end in him dunking on somebody?
Bro,
I'm asking yes or no. Did the dream shake always end on him dunking on somebody?
You're specifying your question to eliminate the fact that he was a dunker.
I never
he didn't
said
he learned how to shoot.
I didn't say he couldn't dunk. I know, but
you're trying.
And you're also talking about 6'10", 7-footers. So yeah, if
exactly
you're 6'10",
the same height as Lisa Cambridge.
If you're 6'10",
the same height as Lisa Cambridge.
Well, Liz Cambridge can dunk, and she dunked in game. She dunks in game.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does, bro. She 100% does. She 100% does.
If she does in game,
she hasn't played in 2 years because she was trying to do porn. Liz Cambridge 100% dunks. Matter of fact, she dunks in game. So she does it.
She did not dunk in game.
So
she might have dunked in a game before, but she didn't do it more than once every year.
Oh well, I mean, look, I don't know how many times that the WNBA star dunks in a game a year. I don't. I do not agree that if
she's never dunked in a game, bro.
I do not agree that dunking makes the game more competitive. I will say dunking will make the game more exciting to watch. I don't think just because you can dunk, it makes you more competitive. No, I don't believe that.
Since 1997, it's only been 28 dunks in the WNBA.
That's depressing.
Only 7 players have done it.
That's depressing.
Only 7 players have done it.
You do know she plays more than just the WNBA, though, right?
We're talking about WNBA. Remember their names?
I don't really care about the names.
I'm just saying, she not one of Lisa Leslie, Michelle Snow, Candace Parker, Sylvia Fowles, Brittany Griner, Jaquel Jones. You know what? I stand corrected. Liz Cambridge.
I wasn't gonna argue with you, bro. I mean, I was gonna let you run down your bro. I didn't say what I normally say.
Because
I got in trouble. I got in trouble last time I said it.
It wasn't WNBA.
Well, I told you she's played in more than just one league, so I told you that.
It was in the Olympics. It wasn't even in the league. It's in the Olympics.
That's fine. I mean, okay.
And then the other one was in the All-Star game.
At this point, we're pulling hair.
Seven players in 25 years. Once again, bro.
All right, well, let me ask you
fifth graders and eighth graders to make it make sense.
Let me ask you a question, then we get off of this. This LSU game where people were saying if the WNBA played like this, we will watch it more. How many dunks were going on in that game?
None.
So, with that being said, did that make that competition? And I've heard about the fierce competition that was going on with these young ladies in this tournament. Does that, because no one was dunking, did that make the competition or the competitiveness less competitive?
Yes.
I don't agree with that, but we can agree to disagree.
It's POV.
What is POV? What is POV?
It's point of view, and people are being POMs while present of the moment, bro. Like, yeah, when I see right now, man, that was a great game. But then when I watch the guys tomorrow, on Monday, yeah, it's gonna be like, did you see the game winner from the guys' game was not even a dunk, bro, but the athleticism and the ability. It was so much better, bro. It was so because the athleticism, like when you match athleticism with athleticism, and it's like it's different, bro.
If I'm matching athleticism with athleticism, that's what I'm doing. Just because I can dunk, and just because men can dunk on 10 feet and most women can't dunk on 10 feet, doesn't mean when the young ladies playing the WNBA, they're not matching athleticism on athleticism. That doesn't mean
that. What I'm saying is, why is the ball smaller?
Because they're smaller, period. They're women.
So why would the goal?
I'm not debating that the goal shouldn't be lowered. If you want to look, I'm on board with lowering the goal. I'm not opposed to lowering the goal. I'm not opposed to the theory of lowering the goal. I'm not.
It makes sense. It only makes sense.
I didn't say it didn't make sense to lower the goal. At no point was I anti-lowering the goal for the WNBA. All I said was dunking doesn't make it more competitive. It makes it more exciting. That's all I said.
And I just made the point. I made the
You didn't make a point. You didn't prove anything.
Right. I said that dunking is the element of the game. The bomb is the element of football. If you told me you couldn't throw a bomb pass in football, you'd be like, that's crazy. Why
Matt Shaw couldn't throw a sideline.
Once again, like I said, the bomb, don't cater it to make sense so that a bomb play, an athletic play where I have to throw the ball over 40 yards. If nobody in the NFL could throw the ball over 40 yards, you'd be like, man, hold up, man.
Not really, because at that point, then I wouldn't know. I would think the longest play was 30 yards. So,
but what I'm saying, but then everybody in the Canadian League is throwing this whole 70 yards. You'd be like, how come we can't do that? We need to change something up so we can do that. Why is in this league over here they can do that? Like we gotta make it equal. So how can I make it equal? Okay, lower the goal so now we can have that same element in this game.
I don't think it's gonna be equal. I just think it's more exciting. Again, bro, I'm not opposed.
We've already broken down 17 different ways that
I'm not opposed. No, that's what I'm saying. You're not. You got to listen. I'm not opposed to what you're saying. I'm not opposed to anything that you're saying they should do for the WNBA to make it a more enjoyable game to watch. I'm not opposed to any of it. I'm saying
it's a part of the game that's eliminated. You're eliminating a part of the game. Dunking is a part of the game, right? I'm
on the same page with you on that.
That's the question. Is dunking a part of the game?
I said yes. I'm on the same page with you with that. Yes.
So if dunking is part of the game and they can't dunk, then their game is less than, bro. Because it can't. You have a whole element of the game that's not in the game. So we can't compare, we can't contrast until we make it equal. Making it equal is making them able to dunk. Because there's a whole element of the game that they can't do. Not because they don't want to do it, because they can't do it.
So let me ask you a question. What happened when you lower the goal to 9 foot and they still can't dunk? Do you lower it
But
again?
we know they can.
No, I'm asking. You lower to go to 9 foot and they still can't dunk. What do you do?
But they can dunk.
No,
bro, at 9
I
foot.
asked the question. If you lower the goal to 9 foot and the majority of them still can't dunk,
But that's,
what do you
that's
do?
That's not. That don't make sense.
How does it not make sense? Do we know?
That's
Do we know?
illogical, bro.
It's not illogical. Do we know if we lower the goal from 10 foot to 9 foot that now pretty much all of your WNBAers will be able to dunk on 9 foot? Do we know that?
Yes.
Okay. How do we know?
Why
that?
would we know that?
How do we know that?
Because-
How would we know that?
The measurables, bro, when they go to the combine like everybody else and they say, what's your vertical? And the women's vertical is 27 and the men's is 44 or the men's is 30. And that difference in height, they know that.
So
They know that.
So we know that if we lower the goal from 10 foot to 9 foot, the majority of our WNBAs will be able to dunk and it'll be a more competitive game.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, I hope they lower the goals.
Like when they go to the combine, the way the guys do the girls do the same
Do you watch
thing.
the WNBA combine?
Do I watch it?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch it because they jumping 20 inches off the ground. But we know they have a combine and we see the measurables.
I'm be honest with you. I didn't know they had a combine. I'm
So how do they
100%.
pick players? They just guess. They just guess out the blue.
Oh, look, I didn't get that. First, I didn't get that intricate or deep into it. I didn't know the WNBA had a combine.
But why wouldn't they have a combine?
I didn't say they would. I just didn't know.
I'm asking you, why would they not have a combine? Everybody else has a combine. You think they did? I'm asking. So you think they just say, "Oh, she was good. I pick her."
Maybe.
See, man. And on that note, man.
Again, I don't care, man. I don't care that much about the WNBA to know that they had a combine. But you know, this is new to me, bro. They ain't got an XFL. Well, no, they might have XFL combine.
They definitely
See,
have
hold
an
on,
XFL
bro. Hold
combine,
on, bro.
man.
Hold on. Okay.
They definitely have an XFL combine, bro. We know people who have gone to the XFL combine. They have combines for everything. They have pickleball combines.
Let me ask you a question about the NBA combine. Then we can roll. Is the
All right,
NBA combine just the NBA combine, or is it the men's pro combine where the NBA and other leagues are in attendance? I'm just asking.
The NBA combine usually, the NBA combine usually has. It depends on what you're talking about. Like the one for the draft combine
Yes,
is invite only.
the one
It's
for the
NBA
draft,
only.
the NBA combine.
That's invite only. It's invite only, and they might have representatives from the G League there and other stuff, but no, it's invite only. It's not like anybody come. It's like we invite these 24 guys who who we think might go to the draft or might go, and then of course you have the subsidiary teams of the NBA's that like the Vipers coach might be there to say, well, he might not go to NBA, but he don't get drafted. I'm watching, and or we might draft him to Simpson League, but no, it's not like it's invite only.
So the WNBA combine isn't invite only though, because it's not just the WNBA combine. It's just the women's pro combine, and it's the WNBA and other leagues there, and it's for it's for graduating seniors or free agents who want to come and be a part of, and WNBAers entering the draft who want to be a part of the women's professional combine. So you have like four leagues represented there.
That's because for until I think last year, you couldn't even go to the WNBA unless you were graduated. So they had different rules for like you can be invited to the combine for the NBA as a 19-year-old, 18-year-old, whatever. But the WNBA had a rule where you had to have 4 years of college before you could even go to the WNBA.
Yes.
So that's why they had different stipulations, why they had different, and they didn't have enough players on top of that to pick from, because it's not the same game, man. It's not the same kind of basketball. I don't know.
So if you admit that it's not the same game and not the same basketball, why would you even compare it or put it on the same platform? That's kind of cute as the actual same basketball. So if I know it's
the
not
women's national basketball league,
if I know it's not the same game, then why would I even compare it on the same level?
The reason it's not the same game is because the goals are too high, man. That's why. The goals are too high.
So I think that's one. Again, I think that's one element of it. I don't think that's the only element of it, though.
Well, if you bring the goals down to 9-6, not even 9, just 9-6, there's a whole new echelon of play. You can go get just like the NBA. You can like Chase Budinger, a volleyball player who the reason why he played basketball because he could jump high as fuck. You can get volleyball players to come play basketball. There's volleyball players don't play basketball. One, because they don't. It's like, why would I go play basketball and I'm not gonna be dunking this hole? They don't teach the backdoor lob where I could be successful. Whereas Chase Butler, like all I gotta do is learn how to dribble this thing, a couple dribbles, and I can take off and dunk on somebody. I can be a factor in the game by just dunking on people. But there's no girls. There are very few girls who like I can be a factor in the game just by dunking on people. I could add this element of the game and be quote unquote unstoppable.
When Chase Budinger was running baseline and he took off to get the lob, he was looking in the rim.
Yeah, because he could jump over 10 feet. But
he was. Let me finish. He was looking in the rim. Every NBA player, I believe that probably everybody in the NBA can dunk. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody in the NBA can't look in the rim. So
let me clarify that also by saying that there are several WNBA players that can dunk.
I'm pretty sure they just don't.
Because the rim is too high, it takes too much to try to dunk in a game. Like going baseline and dunking is a lot because it's too high. If you at 9'6", Candace Parker looking in the rim at 9'6", she chased Budinger.
Even if you drop the goals to 9'5", 9'6", I don't know if you know how like it's a normal play for someone to get the ball at the 3-point line, make a move, drive to the goal, and monkey dunk on somebody.
Yeah,
I don't. Even if you drop the goal, I don't know if we're gonna get that play on a regular. Like, I mean,
it sounds like you're hating right now.
I'm pretty sure. I think Steph Curry. I think Steph. I think Dame Dollar. I think Kyrie Irving all can finish every play if they want to. They just choose not to because they don't have to. Same thing with you. Same thing with you. I feel like in your prime, you could drive to the hole and dunk every time if you wanted to, and you chose not to because it always wasn't the better play. Because just because I can dunk and I can jump high enough to finish doesn't mean it's the better or most explosive play. So just by saying, now I will say, and then we can be done. I agree with what you're saying. Just because you can dunk doesn't make it a better, more competitive game. It makes it more exciting. I'll say that.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I understand you're saying dunking makes it a more competitive game. I understand that as well.
Yeah.
I think if dunking if dunking made it more competitive, then every other play would be a dunk instead of I'm pulling from half court.
What if Shaq couldn't dunk? Would he be good?
A 7-footer who can dunk? No.
Why wouldn't he be good?
Just because he wouldn't be, because that's what made Shaq dominant. He was the bigger guy and he was dunking. Shaq wasn't, because he was 7 foot and could jump. Same thing with Dwight Howard. He was 7 foot and could jump. Taco Falls is 7'6" and barely can dunk.
No, he can dunk. He don't have a problem dunking. He just
have you seen Taco Falls?
Taco Falls can dunk, bro.
How tall is Taco Falls? How tall is Taco Falls?
7'6".
Have you seen him jump?
Yeah, he could dunk.
Yeah, I didn't say he couldn't. I didn't say he couldn't dunk.
Yeah, he's slow, dog.
He's slow and he's 7'6", so he can just halfway jump up and he's gonna dunk.
Yeah. So, but if he couldn't dunk, what would his game? Would he be in the league if he could dunk?
Well,
would he
even got a chance? He's playing overseas with some Chinese people who are average 5'8", and he's looking like Shaq in his prime. because he's playing
Well,
with people who are 5'8", Boog.
He does not look like Shaq in his prime, bro.
He is
Taco
when he's
Ball's-
playing against people who are 5'8". Yeah. Have you seen? Go.
Taco Ball's not.
When we get off this pod, go Google Taco Falls and his latest venture overseas playing against 6-footers. In a land of 6-footers, and I'm 7'6", I'm gonna look like Shaq in my prime. I'm getting every rebound and I'm slow dunking on everybody. Cause ain't
That's
nobody.
not true, bro. That's not true.
What's not true?
Last 5 games, 15 points, 9 points, 18 points, 6 points, 14 points, 15 points, 20. He's not looking like Shaq, bro.
He's looking like Shaq in his prime.
Bro, 15 points, 9 points.
I'm not
18
going by
points,
his
6
stat line. I'm going by him dunking on everybody because that's all he was doing was
How you
dunking on
ducking
people.
everybody? How you ducking everybody with 15 points, bro?
Look, I didn't
5
say
for
that.
9.
Look, I didn't say
5
how
for
many
9,
times.
3 for
I
7,
didn't say
3
how
for
many.
4.
I didn't say how many times he dunked. I said he's dunking on everybody. When I look at the Taco Fall highlights, he is dunking on 6-footers, bro, and he looked like Shaq in his prime while dunking on a 6-footer.
Well, you can't look at the highlights, bro. That's just the highlights. There's a whole game.
Oh, now I gotta equate all the dunks with his stat line. Okay, I got you.
My nigga, you said Shaq in his prime, and he 15 points, my nigga.
I wasn't talking about
He
his
played
stat
yesterday.
line. I'm talking about
He
him
played
dunking.
yesterday.
I literally said him dunking on people. We ain't talking about. First off, the conversation ain't got nothing to do with nobody's stat lines and how many points they scoring. We're talking about a dunking move. I ain't talking about their dominance and how many points they're scoring. We ain't talking about that.
You actually were, because
No,
we're
we
saying
didn't.
it
I
makes
didn't say
that. I said it's an element of the game that makes the game better.
That's
that
what you
makes the
said.
game.
I didn't say
Yeah.
that. I said
So-
the dunking doesn't make it more competitive. It makes it more exciting. So I'm clearly
does.
talking. No, that's what you said. I'm clearly talking about the excitement element. Now you're talking about something else. I'm talking about excitement. But again, I understand what you're saying. I don't disagree. What you got next?
So I ain't got nothing else, man. It's late.
And in true young James Boogie fashion, he didn't charge his laptop or something, so he's froze now. His computer is going to cut off, and then he's going to be gone. So this has been another episode of the 16 Shots Podcast with young James Boogie and AR Dub.
Tell me how you took it. I'm going to tell you what I meant.
And like always, young James Boogie,
Young James Boogie, you are crazy.
and we out.
No, talking about instruments to get the bitches, man.